In order to combat gender-based violence effectively, we need to use our head as well as our hearts. We need to know how to make effective policies that will be appropriate and adequate to our needs. And for this reason, the report on costs of violence will be very, very useful in the coming years to help us to focus in that area and to allocate resources in the right way.
Gender-based violence costs the European Union €258 billion each year, a cost which is much higher than most people have previously understood and demonstrates the significance of sustained action to engage with this violence. The study also broke down the different kinds of costs and showed that less than 1% of the cost of the violence was spent on the specialised services to attempt to prevent the violence. So the purpose of the study and the finding was the significance, size, scale and impact of gender-based violence against women in the EU.
Ayer el Instituto Europeo de Género presentaba un informe sobre los costes de la violencia de género en Europa, que es algo fundamental. Tenemos que pensar que las políticas de igualdad tienen la base en los principios fundamentales, en los derechos humanos, en la igualdad entre hombres y mujeres y por lo tanto tener la posibilidad de conocer la realidad de las mujeres en los distintos rincones de Europa es necesario y es fundamental para que la política europea pueda impulsar estas iniciativas.
The European Parliament has issued some communications in the last 2 years instructing IGA to take specific actions to address gender-based violence, specifically around female genital mutilation and specifically around collection of data on violence against women with a disability, for example. And we are working very closely with the Commission to put together a strategic framework on how Europe can address, as a collective, gender-based violence against women.
Para el Parlamento Europeo y para la Comisión de Igualdad de Derechos de la Mujer, la labor que desarrolla el Instituto de Igualdad de Género en Europa es fundamental. El tener la posibilidad de que exista un intercambio de experiencias, un reconocimiento de la influencia que están llevando a cabo las políticas de igualdad en los distintos países y que sirva para que realmente podamos impulsar a nivel europeo todas las iniciativas necesarias.
We find it very important to have a costing of even if it's a fundamental rights violation. This kind of information will help us to define the policy and to use the right tools to eliminate and to fight against the violence against women, to fight and eliminate the gender-based violence in the European level.